All right, hi everyone. This video is going to be about the brain, right? So we want to think about how does the brain relate to teaching and learning. What is it that we need to know about its functioning, the way it processes information, how we learn, what's going on in the brain, how everything is connected. The first and most important thing to know is that the brain is plastic, right? So neuroplasticity refers to our brain's ability to adapt and change over time based on our experiences. So what this means is that our brain will continue to grow and to change based on the things that we are learning. All right, so the best analogy that I like to think of is thinking about a roadmap. All right, so that's kind of the structure of what a brain might look at. We have all these different neural pathways in which information can travel along within the brain itself, and as the brain as it connects to the different parts of the body. As we learn something new, whether it be a piece of information in a class, a new physical memory, like how to ride a bike, how to shoot a basketball, whatever it is, as we learn a new skill or piece of knowledge, new pathways are being formed. All right, so if we think about a road analogy, as it's first being done, we're basically building out a dirt road. Right, we're just clearing out the trees and we're creating a path through the woods. Right, and that's what it's like in a very basic sense. As we continue to travel down this particular pathway, it will get strengthened and it will grow over time. And so if this is a road, it's almost like the county or state recognizing, all right, a lot of people are using this, maybe we need to pave it. Right, so we're going to come in and we're going to pave that road. And it makes it even easier for information or for cars to travel along this particular route. If this continues to grow, well, all right, let's add some additional lanes, right? If it continues to grow, hey, let's turn this into a highway. And as it turns into a highway, even more information can travel here and do it even faster. And then we can even turn it into an interstate, right? And those things are built for speed, right? There's no stoplights. If you want to get off, it's a nice little exit and everything. The miles per hour speed limit is higher, right? Those things are built for speed. That's what we're doing with our brain. The more that we engage with a particular set of information or nurture a skill, we are building those pathways. And that's what we want to do for students. We want to have as much practice for them as possible. The more practice over time will help them develop those pathways, which means when they have that information stored, when they go back to retrieve that information, it makes it even easier because they can go back and forth along that pathway very, very quickly. Okay, so one thing that we should know is that everybody is capable of plasticity, right? Everybody. And so this reinforces the importance of practice and going and using that consistently in the classroom, with homework, whatever it may be. Now, what we want to also know and understand about the brain, how we learn things, is to dispel a couple of common myths that we see, particularly as it applies to teaching and learning. Number one myth, students learn most effectively when they receive information in their preferred learning style. Okay, so this is what we often hear. We'll even hear this in trainings and people that will go out and promote books and other things and say, you know what, we need to teach students in the way they learn best. Some people are visual learners. They need to see it, and that's the only way they can learn. That's where we get into trouble, right? We have preferences. We might prefer visuals, but what we can mistakenly do is say to ourselves, that's the only way in which we can learn, and that is not true. Right? What we actually find is most beneficial for people is that if we can combine multiple learning styles at the same time. So for example, if you're looking at a PowerPoint slide, having just text on there, it's okay. Having just a picture is just okay. But if we can have some kind of combination of both of those while the person is also talking, right? We're engaging multiple different ways in which the person is taking in information. And that can actually facilitate learning and get multiple learning styles and not just one. The other thing that we want to dispel, a common myth about the brain when it relates to learning, is that where you can either be right-brained or left-brained. That's not really a thing, right? Yes, the right brain is built to handle certain types of information that the left is not, right? They have their specialities, but at the same time, both sides of the brain also have shared functionings. There are things that the left brain is going to do that our right side of the brain is also going to do, right? Their functions are mirrored. And what we're going to find is that for full level of functioning, we need both of them working in conjunction with each other. So it's not one or the other, it's both. So again, these were just a couple of quick things to know about the brain as it relates to the teaching and learning process.